Many Americans are unaware that behind the scenes, the technical backbone of the financial system is decades out of date, many, many years out of date. You know that Paul and others are straightening it out, but payments and money transfers are costly and take days or even weeks to clear. Under this bill, the entire ancient system will be eligible for a 21st century upgrade using the state-of-the-art crypto technology. Who would have thought we would have been saying that 2 years after?
Yeah. Alright. Shalom. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Ba'ashem Rachah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well and that teach well. Ba'ashem Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Ba'ashem Rachah Kodash. Wa Shalom, Wa Barakim to the elect, beginning with the 144,000, which is scattered abroad and in every place, redeeming the time, ready to be saved. Shalom. Alright, back with another lesson, and Lord is edifying to the hopeful elect. And pretty much, like this, we heard here, this system, this current system, all right, over here in the Western Hemisphere, all right, it's outdated, all right. This is an outdated system, and the elites, they desire an upgrade. Alright, as it says up here, it says Trump says the current financial system is outdated and will soon be replaced with a state-of-the-art cryptocurrency framework under the new structure bill. Now, what do you think this is talking about? Alright, the new NWO. Alright, and that this is when the US dollar will be obsolete, all right, and they're gonna replace it with that chip, all right, that chip. That's the technology that they're going to use to house, to store your money. All right. Like it's like they've been saying, the data will become money. All right, data will become money. That's that chip, man. All right. So we're living in a outdated, like Trump said, an ancient system that has to be updated. All right, so everything that we see going on, this whole system, the education, from the education, the court system, everything here is outdated. The Constitution, what's that word? Yeah, Slakia. But yeah, and maybe it'll come back to me. But anyway, we living in the future, man. You watch these movies about the future. Hey, we living in the future. They trying to advance this system to a whole nother level. All right, and this is what we're witnessing right before our eyes. All right, this we in the time where Revelation 13 and 16, 13 verse 16 is getting ready to play out. All right, right before us, man. You know, we listen to what they're saying on. They telling us what they're finna do. You know, it ain't no secret. It's not a secret anymore, and that's why, beginning with the elder apostles, we believe that a lot of these heads, the leaders of these other camps, is sold out. Because how can you not see it? How can you not see that the MOTB, the mark of the beast, is this seal, man? You know, then they getting ready to fully implement, man, fully push on the people. All right, because like I said, this U.S. dollar, which had its run. Hey, the U.S. dollar had its run. Okay, it's been the world currency for a while now. All right, beginning in 1944. Okay, in 1944 is when the U.S. dollar became the world currency. All right. So, hey, it had its run. Yeah, I believe before that, it was the British. The British had their world currency, and then before them was the Dutch. All right. So it was the Dutch. And I'm just, going off the dome, with this information, man, like Apostle Tahar said, there'll be lessons within lessons. And it's good to, going to, different dates and whatnot. But, like I said, U.S. dollar had its run. All right, and 1944 was when it became the world reserve currency. And then prior to that, like I said, it was the world reserve currency was the British pound. That's what it was called, the British pound. And you can look this up. All right, and prior to that, it was the Dutch. Like I said, going back to the 1600s. All right. So, and then you had the Dutch beginning in the 1600s. Then you had the British pound, and then beginning in 1944 was the U.S. reserve currency, which became the world reserve currency. But now it's at its end. All right, it's at its end. And when you go back into 1944 as well, that's when the New World Order, back in 1944, when the dollar was the new reserved currency, that began the new age or the New World Order. All right, that began the new age. All right, and the new World Order. So they've been building this. All right, and the idea of it, began in 1776. So we're finally at that time where they're going to fully establish this new age, this New World Order. All right. You know, they've been working on it. Hey, it's that time. We're in those times, man. All right. Like it says again, Trump said the current financial system, the financial system, is outdated. So no longer will you be going to the store. It won't be no more paper money exchanges. All right. They're moving. They're moving up. They're going into these digital currencies, man. All right, which is that chip. You know, like I said in my other lessons, they have all these data centers globally established. All right, what you think gonna be in those data centers? All right, those RFID chips, man. All right, and you can look that up. It says Trump says the current financial system is outdated and will soon be replaced with a state-of-the-art cryptocurrency framework under the new structure. So yeah, you know, something I want to get. What's that book, Ezekiel? I think Ezekiel chapter 7. Okay, Salakia, let's get this right here in the book of Ezekiel, chapter 7. Alright, this is Ezekiel chapter 7 and 19. It says, they shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. That's right. Let me see what it says in NLT. Ooh, look. See what it says right here? In the NLT, it said they would throw their money in the streets, tossing it out like worthless trash. And these are the times that we're coming in, all right? The US dollar, the money is going to be worthless. You already see what they done with the pennies. The pennies are obsolete. All right. What you think is gonna happen? They're gonna move up to the quarters, the nickels, the dimes, to the dollar bills, $100. All that's gonna be obsolete, man. And I'm reading it to you right here. This is prophecy, so it's gonna happen. All right. It says they will throw their money in the streets. Right. When you throw a $100 bill in the streets, that means what? You just throw a $100 bill and just throw it. That means because it's meaning what? It's gonna be, you can't do nothing with it. You ain't gonna be able to do nothing with it, man. All right. So it said they would throw their money in the streets, tossing it out like worthless trash. Fiat money. That's what it is. When you go into the word fiat, it means to be worthless. No value. Alright? It said their silver and their gold won't save them on the day of the Lord's anger. It will neither satisfy nor feed them. For their greed can only trip them. Right. It will neither satisfy or feed them. You ain't gonna be able to Cause why? Cause that chip is gonna be a new financial system, man. A new system, updated system. When that CHIP will be demanded, or it will be required to operate in this new system. You see? So once again, Salaki. Yeah, okay. Then it says their silver and their gold won't save them in that day of the Lord's anger. Right, because you got people storing up gold, and silver, like real gold and silver. They're storing it up. That's not gonna help y'all either. That's not gonna save y'all. All right, you're not gonna either be able to buy nor sell with that either. Only thing you gonna be able to buy or sell with is that chip, man. All right, so that's why scripture say their silver and their gold won't save them. So it says it will neither satisfy nor feed them. Right. Go back to the KJV. So once again it says they shall cast their silver in the streets. Right. And their gold shall be removed. That's right. It says their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord. They shall not satisfy their souls. Right, they shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels. Right. Because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity. So this is going into the NWO, the New World Order, man. Bear with me for a minute. Okay. So yeah, scripture showed us and showing us what to expect, and we see it coming, quickly. All right. Let me see.
Many Americans are unaware that behind the scenes, the technical backbone of the financial system is decades out of date, many, many years out of date. You know that. Paul and others are straightening it out, but payments and money transfers are costly and take days or even weeks to clear. Under this bill, the entire ancient system will be eligible for a 21st century upgrade using the state-of-the-art crypto technology. Who would have thought we would have been saying that?
Right. I just had to play that again because this is too real, man. Just checking out the comments, but you know, a squeeze, a heavy squeeze, a great squeeze is finna come on you people, man. All right. But yeah, pretty much, that's we living in, this is an outdated system that is about to be upgraded, restructured. All right. And this is what the apostles been talking about for decades, man. All right, we finally here. So hey, Lord, when us edifying. Until next time, I say shalom.